What's goody? I am the Queen G22 and you are now in the Lioness Den, where I like to talk about Ninja Turtles, gaming, geek stuff, and travel. So if any of that's your vibe, you're in the right spot. And today we're gonna take a look at this King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Terry Bogard. So if you were hanging out with me a little bit on my past couple of videos, and you might have saw my SAC anime video. Now that video was kind of long, so you might not have gotten to this part, but I did pick up this guy at the SAC Anime Expo, and I was really surprised to see this. In fact, I was so surprised that I went on eBay to figure out why the hell haven't I known about these figures sooner. Now these guys have been out for a while. They're done by Storm, I believe. Yes, Storm Collectibles. And you know, interesting enough, there aren't a whole lot of characters from this line. You know, don't quote me, I don't know exactly how many, but when I went on Storm's website, there was only like, I don't know, maybe 10 at the most. Of all of the King of Fighter characters, there was only like 10. And maybe like one female. They might have had Andy Bogard. I don't remember. I know for sure that they didn't have my dude, Joe Higashi. So I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe they started it and it wasn't selling the way that they thought it would, so they quit doing them. And that's too bad, because that would have been really cool to have the whole entire King of Fighters series that you can collect. But anyways, I'm very happy to have Terry Bogard because I'm a Terry Bogard fan, and I just think this was pretty cool to have, because y'all know that I have started my Queen's Quest for Neo Geo. Since I'm on this Neo Geo kick, obviously this is something that I had to have. Now, if you saw the video, you saw that they listed this thing at $250. And you know, right away, I went to check the prices, and it was somewhat comparable. They were going anywhere from $210 to even $300. This guy right here, so, you know, I'm not really a haggler. I'm not really that type of chick or that type of buyer. I'm usually I see the price tag, either I want it or I don't. I'm buy it, but I thought I'd give it a shot, so I offered him $225, and he was like, no, I can't do that, but I could do $230. Okay, $5 more, sure. That's not gonna break the bank. So yeah, we did this thing for $230. Terry Bogard came home with me. So let's take a look at this guy. You know, we love to check out the box art first and foremost. So looking at the front, one thing that we do notice is that there is Japanese language on the bottom. So I'm wondering if this was a bigger hit in Japan, which would make sense, and also makes sense why I haven't seen hardly any of these figures anywhere. But it is King of Fighters 98, not 94 or 95. They specifically chose 98. Now, looking at the front, we can see we've got multiple head swaps, multiple hands, and even a jacket swap, and some other cool things. So this is looking like a pretty cool figure. Now, if we check out the side, we got this really cool picture of Terry Bogard. He looks like he's getting ready to go into a match. He's ready to whoop some ass, so I'm here for it. And on the other side, we have the exact same thing. And then if we look at the back, now we can see some of the poses that you can put Terry Bogard into, and the coolest thing are his special moves, right? So we can see that he's got that famous move where he slams the ground and he's in the air. There's a lot of cool things here. We got the different facial expressions when you swap his head. So I am a fan of this piece. Obviously, I am going to keep this box since this seems to be a limited run, and you just don't see a lot of these. So let's free my guy Terry from his packaging. Case has been opened already, so this figure has been opened. It wasn't completely sealed, but you know, I'm gonna keep him out of the packaging anyways. I don't care. Put that down there. It looks like they did a really good job putting the plastic back on. Take this top off. We don't need that. And boom, we see my guy Terry. So looks like there's some plastic on top of him, so maybe just the box has been opened but he hasn't been opened. I don't know. It's got this weird plastic around his head, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to work with that. But this is your typical Storm type of figure. Like, he's kind of stiff.
That's what she said. Michael, please. Please.
So he's not super easy to move, but he does have a lot of points of articulations, wrist movement, elbow movement, head move, side to side, and his knees, you know, his knees, yeah, they bend, but they're tight. So, even got some toe movement. We can break that toe. Look at that. Can y'all see that toe? Let me see. Well, it's on cinematic, but anyway, see that toe up? See it up? Yeah. So his toe's got some toe movement, which is nice. Oh, and it's only on one foot, so that would probably pertain to his move. So now that we've seen Terry, and he looks exactly like Terry, Storm did a good job as normal. I'm a fan of Storm Collectibles. We're gonna put Terry to the side, and let's see what we got here. So first, on our top right, we see our swappable head. We've got our first one where he's kind of smirking, that's cool. And then we've got our second one where he's kind of giving like a grimace, like that type of look, which is cool. And then our third one, he's got his mouth open. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say something. Kind of like he's like, oh, or I don't know. But yeah, so we got 3 different head swaps, which is really, really nice. All right, now let's look at these hands. We have a gang of hand, positions. We've got our open hands, which I love to see. Open hands. We've got our kind of like he's grabbing something. He's kind of like he's grabbing something, so that's cool. And then we've got another open hand, but kind of like holding our fingers a little bit, bending our fingers. And then we have our another open hand where he's grabbing something. We got a lot of open hands here. I don't know what to tell you. We got a lot of open hands. We also have, which is pretty neat, different ponytails. So these ponytails, I guess depending on how the wind's going and how the move that you put him in, you can swap out his ponytail. So that's different, and I'm a fan. Okay. And then of course we have our fire or our spark or whatever from his special move, which we love. And we have our swappable jacket. So we have got a lot of cool stuff. So let me see if I can take this plastic off of his neck. We don't need that. I don't know what that's about. Was I not supposed to take his hole? It just punches right back in. Okay, I thought I broke it already. I was like, okay. So with the jacket, really the only big difference that I see is that there's a zipper on the inside. Got colored line on the zipper. So if you want his jacket to have more of the zipper, you can do that, or you can take his jacket completely off and have him about that life. And we even have our little manual here. Now this manual is kind of cool, especially since this whole entire box, all of the language is in Japanese. So I cannot understand anything that it's saying, but it does have pictures, which is really cool. And basically the pictures show you how to insert Terry's ponytail and how to put on like these super moves as well. So that's very helpful for those of us that are Japanese illiterate. But yeah, I am a fan of this Terry Bogard. So why don't we take a look at this super cool figure? Let's swap some faces. Let's swap some facial expressions. So now that we've seen Terry and his hair and his swappable jacket, underneath we have some more stuff, which is really cool. Let's put this out the way. Okay, wow. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with this figure and putting him in position with his super moves. Now, I don't play with Terry Bogard. I usually play with Joe Higashi, so don't shoot me because I don't know the names of these moves, but I will show you these pieces. We've got this big ass looking, I don't know, I'm assuming it's some type of spark when some type of move goes off, maybe in the air or just in general. And then for our super moves, doesn't really show us like the super moves and stuff, but for this piece right here, you know, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't remember Terry using this piece, and it looks like this is a piece of what's called a gravity smash effect that's done by another character. So by collecting these Storm Collectibles King of Fighters 98, you get one of these in the box and you can put these pieces together, which will make like a spear for the character to put his arms through. So this is pretty neat, and also incentive to get the rest of them. And then on the ground, his moves when he's like punching the ground, we've got this small little piece, and then we've got an even bigger one for a super one. So this is really, really cool. I guess you just gotta leave this figure out and in a pose position doing one of these super moves. So this is really cool. I can see why this piece is very expensive. There's a lot of stuff going on with this figure. So yeah, now that we've taken a look at all these pieces, his power moves, his facial expressions, all that, let's put Terry in a few positions. Yeah, I see how that sounded. Don't call that out. We're not gonna use that one. That was too obvious, right? We are going to pose Terry Bogard, and I'll be right back. Now that we've had a brief look at Terry Bogard, let me know what you guys think about this character. Again, I apologize. I am not a toy photographer or toy poser at all. I'm sure that was not a big secret by looking at the positions that I put Terry in, but I did my best, okay? I did my best. What do you guys think about this figure? I am a fan, of course, I've already said I'm a fan of Storm Collectibles, period. But what I do like about this Terry Bogard is all of the points of articulation. You can put him in so many different positions and they're easily swappable, right? Like you can take his head off and you can just pop it right back on there. It's really easy. You don't have to worry about breaking. Whoa, his whole torso just came off and it just pops right back on. Everything pops right back on. So that's helpful because I don't know about you, but there are some figures that I'll have and it's very difficult taking like their hands off or putting their hands back on without breaking them. That is not the case with this figure. In fact, that is not the case usually with Storm Collectibles. So I'm a fan of this figure. Let me know what you guys think. I am going to find somewhere to pose my Terry Bogard. If anyone hears that Storm is coming out with a Joe Higashi, let your girl know. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on my next video. Hold up, I know you can't leave yet. We have to do our subscriber shoutouts. So if you're new to my channel, I like to play a game with my viewers and it's called That's What She Said. And it is because I adore the show The Office so much that I incorporate Michael Scott's favorite saying, "That's what she said," in almost every single video. But there are times I'll make a comment and I won't call it out as a "That's what she said." And if my viewers call it out and it's good enough, I'll give you a shout out on my next video. In order to be considered for a shout out, you have to do 3 things. You have to 1, say what I said, 2, timestamp it, and 3, say that's what she said. Our first shout out goes to Adam Crawford 3297. Nice job, Adam Crawford. And this is what this person thought should have been a "That's What She Said." Excuse me, sir. Is this yours?
Yeah. That's what she said. Or he said.
Yeah, but no, okay, but hear me out. I love that because this particular round, dude, you all got really creative and that was kind of creative. Yeah, it could be a "That's What She Said," so I love it. It made me laugh. Nice job, Adam Crawford 3297. Our next shout out goes to, and let's try to get this right since this person called me out last time, Leah Cooper, the Pokemon trainer. Nice job, Leah. And this is what this person thought should have been a "That's What She Said." Okay, all right, so after talking to the dude, I don't know if it came out very well, but
That's what she said.
Michael, please. Please.
Yeah, okay, you see what I'm saying? Like, this was a creative round. We really dug deep to get some "That's What She Said" that aren't like too obvious. I love it. I love this round and nice job, Leah. Keep it up. And thank you everyone for your participation. I'm Queen G22.